Sexual attraction is about self-love. That's it. That's the whole game. Now, I'm not here to bullshit you because I'm not a dating coach, right? I love talking about relationships and I love talking about sexuality, but that's because I'm a metaphysicist, and it's because intimacy and relationship is where metaphysics hits the fucking fan, bro. That's where shit gets real. Feel me, dog? And so it's really just my favorite place to apply cosmology rather than, being like obsessed with like dating or something. Even though I love dating and I love women and I love like, stuff like that. Anyways, yo, here's the real, bro. Attraction, like real attraction. Like none of this like bullshit ass like, oh, if you don't have like a fucking jawline like my sexy ass or something like that, then you're not attracted. No, that's all that is bullshit. Like all that is surface level. None of that really matters. Some of that matters to an extent, right? Like physicality is important, right? Like, if I'm walking past a woman and like she's kind of hit, I was like, but if she's like stunning, I'm like, whoo, and then I'm like starting to move towards her, you feel me? Right? And then if I'm starting to move towards her and I was looking hit, she might look at me and be like, ugh. And then she would like dub my shit without even me going up to her, and I'd be like, ah. And then I would like fucking like go the other way or some shit. Right? And so it's not that physicality doesn't matter. No. But it's that's only the surface level game. Okay? Physicality is only something that's gonna like get you in the door. It's never gonna keep you there forever. Like the material, when it comes to like looks or when it comes to money or status, all of that shit is, it matters. It does. Like, I'm not going to say it's irrelevant, but it's not the deepest level of the game. The deepest level of the game is your interiority. Okay? This is where shit gets real. Women, right? They don't just like looks. They don't just like, money. Women like presence. Okay? Now, this is really important. You got to follow me here. Women love attention, right? But attention isn't even the right word. You know what I mean? Because attention is more of a, not distorted, not even fragmented, just incomplete aspect of what women truly desire, which is to be met with love right here, right now, and to feel that they are love right here, right now. Now, this is going to get real. Women desire to feel. That's actually, let's end that one there and then we'll explain more. They want to feel up, they want to feel down. Women like the roller coaster. You know when your like girl starts like arguing with you and she like kind of like starts hating on you, like my ex, like, I was at work like 2 months ago, right? And she had texted me and she was like, I hope those boxes at work follow you or some shit. Like she was just talking hella shit. And it wasn't because she actually wanted the boxes to follow me. I mean, maybe she did. Maybe, I don't know. But she was missing me and she wanted my attention. And so she did that. You feel what I'm saying? That's how women are. That's just feminine chaos that comes with the game. And if you don't understand that, you're going to be too busy like judging women instead of understanding that is them trying to test if you are going to stay present and stay as love itself. And this is what I mean. When I say that attraction is about self-love, what I mean is you have to know yourself and know that you are love. Right now, this is like an ontological thing in terms of like, we're all love, right? God is love, baby. God is the one source. We all come from the one source. Awesome, right? But this gets deeper than, just like, cute spirituality. This is about knowing yourself and loving yourself as your unique self. Not for who someone told you to be, not for who society told you to be, not for who your parents think you should be, not for, what the system told you should be. No, fuck all that bullshit. Who you are. Like, you feel me, motherfucker? Like, what's in your heart, not what someone else's mind put in your mind. No, fuck all that bullshit. What's in here? What's in there? Those are the things that if you genuinely embodied, the people that were attracted to those things would start coming to you. And I've just like lived this as I've stepped back into my own, like who I always was. Like, the craziest part about like healing is it's always more so about removing the bullshit that was never you, more than like adding new things. You know what I mean? And I realized this over the last 2 years. I'm like, yo, bro, I used to judge myself so crazy for like being a polymath and for like always having like a super sporadic mind, like ADHD ass motherfucker, you know what I mean? Always being all over the place, never being able to like sit still, physically, mentally, you know what I mean? And the world judges people like us for that, right? The world judges polymaths for that. The world judges people who hold a lot of domains or have a lot of range or have like insane curiosity and just like can't be idle, you know what I mean? And since society wants us to be linear, we feel bad about who we are. And so we decide to like not be that anymore. And we start taking on this bullshit false self that is not us. And the problem is when you start moving from that place, you start hating who you are because you're not you. You know what I'm saying? Like the times in your childhood before the bullshit entered your mind, those times when you were most present, like I could just recall me being like 7 years old on the floor in like me and my mom's room of the house I grew up in on 75 Magnolia Street, Newark, New Jersey. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just seeing me in that room on the floor, drawing, right? Drawing, making comic books. I'm seeing me taking pens apart and putting them back together. I'm seeing me taking fucking like like paper and turning it into cool ass shit, right? I always loved origami. I was making ninja stars. I was making like paper swords and shit. I was making Power Ranger morphers out of paper and shit. I was putting that shit on YouTube, right? I was making YouTube videos at 8 years old, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Bro, I've been in this game for 14 years. What are we talking about? Those times when you were most present in your childhood, when you felt most like yourself, when you felt most like love, those things aren't in your life right now. And that's why your life fucking sucks dick. That's why you're not attracting people based on who you are. That's why your relationships fucking suck. Because you're trying to perform and be someone that you're not. And so you keep attracting people from someone who you're not. And that's why you might start off with somebody and be like, oh man, this is so great. And then after 3 days, y'all are like, wait, what the fuck? Y'all don't even like each other anymore. Yeah, because y'all weren't being yourselves. And then when like the who you actually were started coming out, y'all were like, wait, what? That's not what I signed up for. Yeah, because when you're wearing a mask and masks attract each other, and then someone has to take off the mask because masks are tiring. You're left without the fucking mask. And they're like, oh, I actually don't like your face. If you want someone else to love your face, you gotta love your fucking face first. All right? Like, this isn't cute shit. This is like metaphysics, bro. If you want your exterior to mirror something, you gotta first have it interiorly. That's just the mirror principle. That's just reality. This shit starts in here, dog. It starts in here. If you don't see yourself as beautiful, you're not gonna feel beautiful and you're not gonna attract people from that place. You know what I mean? Like, bro, think about this. Why do like such beautiful women, like women who like know they're fucking like drop dead gorgeous, right? And like even like super like high level guys, right? Like I'm talking like A-list people, right? They have like hundreds, thousands, even like millions of people into them. Why? Like, why is that? Like, why can they attract that many people? Like, this is like, think about this mechanically, right? Like, don't use your emotions here. Like, let's think about this, like, let's think about the metaphysical mechanics behind this. Why is that the thing? Why is that the case? They are holding who they are in such a radically polarizing way, it has no choice but to attract people. Like, this is what, like, attraction is. Like, this is what polarity mechanics are, right? They're two things recognizing, hey, we're actually the same. We're, like, resonating at a similar frequency. I see you, you see me, right? That's what attraction is. It's recognition. If you're not recognizing love in yourself, you're not going to have a woman who recognizes you as love and then reflects that love back to you. If you see yourself as a piece of shit, you're going to attract a woman who reflects that back to you. Trust me, I've lived this. You know what I mean? And I've also lived the other side. It's pretty fucking spectacular. It's pretty spectacular when you start loving yourself and then you start attracting women from that place. It's fucking crazy, dog. I can't lie to you. Like my ex I told you guys about. She was, the most recent woman I dated. Crazily enough, she was actually the girl I lost my virginity to when I was 15. No, that's another story. But the level of like recognition that we had for each other and like clarity and like unique self-perception our love for each other was simply a reflection of our own love for ourselves. And since we could love ourselves so greatly and deeply, and we could see that in the other, it was a reflection, we could love each other from that place. You feel what I'm saying? And we can still love each other, even though we're not together. And we do. Because love is like beyond the illusion of the mind, right? Like what your ego thinks love is, it's not. Love is literally reality itself. You know what I'm saying? And so if you don't have that for yourself, which ultimately comes from that knowledge of having it from like, you know, like self-love has to come from knowing reality, knowing God, right? If you don't have a relationship with God, your relationship with yourself, you don't actually get true self-love unless it's from the source, because there's only one, like I wish this didn't feel so like redundant to me, but I have to walk you through it. Like there's only one source of love, which is God. And love is literally like the only reality that actually exists, right? Like we literally do everything for love. Like think about it. Like why do we do anything? Because we desire to feel more whole, to feel more complete, to feel love. Interesting. Experience pleasure, joy, right? People want to experience happiness and avoid pain. What they think that is love. Now that's the ego's illusion of love, right? Being attached to outcomes. You shouldn't be attached to being happy all the time or being, you know, avoiding suffering all the time, because that's not how life works. Life works in rhythm, baby. There's gonna be pain, there's gonna be great times, there's gonna be everything in between. You should love it all. You should hold it all. You should accept it all. You know what I mean? And when you start doing that with parts of yourself, with you, with the parts of yourself that you decided to fragment and you decided to cast away because the world told you they weren't good enough. When you bring those parts back and you say, you know what, fuck the world. I love you. When that changes in here, I promise you, the world's gonna start showing it. It's not gonna happen instantly though. I promise that. It's gonna take a little bit. Probably at least like 5 or 6 months. If you do it fast, maybe like 3 or 4. Real results come after like 1 or 2 years though. You know what I mean? So extend your timeline, okay? All right, my arm's tired. Love yourself, baby.